Oi, gente linda, tudo bem? Então, neste vídeo, eu tenho aqui a técnica da seleção brasileira feminina. Ela se chama Pia, ela é da Suécia e como este canal é sobre as diferenças culturais, eu estou aproveitando para perguntar um pouco sobre as diferenças culturais que ela tem reparado aqui no Brasil. Então vamos conversar um pouco sobre cultura, sobre idiomas, ok? Então, mas eu vou agora falar com ela em inglês. So, Pia.
English.
Yes. So, how is your Portuguese? Let's start with that.
My Portuguese is not very good, but I'm trying. I think that is the most important thing.
Okay.
It's really hard to talk.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
But I understand when we have when we talk to the players,
Okay.
and they respond. I would like them to respond in Portuguese, and then for the most part, I understand quite a bit.
Okay.
But I have assistant coaches and people around me who translate.
Okay, okay. And do you also have a private teacher, or how do you study on your own time as well?
I study on my own time, and I do have my assistant coach. He has spent a lot of time with me, not only for the sake of the language, but also the culture.
Okay.
Because it's very different. I'm staying in Rio,
Okay.
and everything is very different from anything else I've done before. So
Okay.
I spend a lot of time with her, so she helps me with the language and the culture.
Okay, so that brings me to questions about culture. So what is so different from what you've seen or experienced before?
Start with, I would almost say speed of play, but it's tempo in life. So in the very beginning, they were never on time.
Okay.
In Sweden, I'm always on time and very often too early.
Okay.
But that had changed a little bit, especially with, not with the private life. It's still, they never on time.
Okay.
And the schedule never works. But with the team, the professional football team, now they are on time, and if we have some action behind the words.
Okay.
But my private life will, let's say we decided to do something tomorrow, almost 100% sure that will not happen the way I think it should have been happened. It's different.
Yeah.
So it's more laid back, it's slow, and very warm.
Okay. Okay.
Very warm people. And,
Okay. That's what I always say on my channel, that what I most love about Brazil and Brazilians is the warmth in people. That's what also attracted me to Brazil.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
It's a relaxing time and people are very nice and friendly.
Yes, for sure. And I know you were also the coach for the US team. How would you say like the cultural differences between the Swedish, the US, the Brazilians, like who are more similar to one another, who are more different from one another? Do you, yeah.
Well, first of all, if I look at the professional life, it's more like we are, football is football.
Okay.
You have two goals, and people want to improve the game and improve themselves and be a cohesive team.
Okay.
But there are my coaching style has changed because I need to reach the people I'm coaching, and they are not the same. So when I was in US, one word I take from US is grit.
Grit. Okay.
This when they really try to runs. They try to do. They work really hard.
Okay.
And they are skillful, but not only they are skillful, they do it over and over again, and they compete.
Okay. Okay.
When I come to Sweden, I think we are well organized.
Okay.
To talking about time. We're always on time,
Okay.
but also we're not as loud as the Americans.
Okay.
But we are very organized, and when we say something, it's smart. It's specific. It is. It helps the team. Organize everything.
Okay.
So we organize in defending and in the attack as well. It's organization.
Okay.
And we're on the same page.
Okay.
When I come to Brazil, I think I will bring some grit and some organization, because in this country they're so emotional.
Okay.
So if attacking, they come up with crazy stuff, and when it goes well, I think the Brazilian team is the best in the world.
Okay.
But when it doesn't, it is one of the worst team in the world.
Okay.
So it's an advantage to use your emotions, but also could be a disadvantage because you get carried away with what you're doing. So that is my professional life, and I think it's so cool the fact that I can use a little bit of grit, organization, and emotion in the game. And you can take the pride life as well. In America, they should do it, like that. In Sweden, we organize the whole week, the whole month, and here in Brazil, I don't know what's happening. So it's I'm the lucky one because I've experienced all these three things.
Yes, very good. No, so from what I gather from it is that actually you have become very adaptable. I mean, you adapt to different situations, and you actually bring what you have learned from other places. But do you think the teams also adapt to you in a way?
Yeah, yes, it's a little bit give and take, because here's an example. When I was in US, I thought it was always, I said, so focused, I want to win the next game. And in order for me to be my very best, I need to be myself. So I think every game is a teacher. So I said, hold on, we're not going anywhere. We're here, we just been winning. What was the next game? And in Sweden, when everything organized like that, I play crazy. All of a sudden we start to sing and relax. It's not the end of the world if the organization is trickled down a little bit. And here it's a little bit of a both. Because I have demanded that it should be on time in practice. So you have these 90 minutes. It's a little bit, and the meetings we have, I don't think they used to that many meetings, and everything that it's a communication. It's not one-way communication. I expect them to have some opinions as well. So
very good.
I think, at least for me, in order for me to be my very best and have a lot, enjoy it, it's me adjust my coaching style, but also make them understand that I have to be myself. And I'm a Swedish person.
Very good. And let's now also talk a bit more about Brazil. Where have you been here? So I mean, you live in Rio, but where else have you? We are in Porto Alegre. So where else?
Well, I've been traveling to all these stadiums. So I've been in Sao Paulo for a while. A couple of times back and forth. But I'm living in Rio. And I've been watching games pretty much. And here I've been International and Grêmio, for instance. Watching games and so on. And but I try to explore. When it's not football, I try to explore Rio. It takes a while.
I can imagine. But here in Porto Alegre, have you had the chance to go out or not? Not really.
Not this time because we're in camp. But the last time I was here, we had an extra day. My assistant coach and I, and we were walking around. And I'm so fascinated about the trees.
Okay.
Okay, just look around, and we don't have these kind of trees in Sweden.
Okay.
And they are old, and you know, it's almost like the green trees are talking to me because and remind me, remember where you are, to be present instead of it's a soccer team here and a soccer, you know, a football team or a pitch, whatever.
Okay.
The nature is very different.
Okay, it is. I agree. It is. Okay. So I promised to you that it was going to be 10 minutes. So it has been 10 minutes. You're a busy person, so I'm not going to take any more of your time. But thank you so much for this opportunity. E muito obrigada a vocês por terem assistido. Tchau, tchau.